Hello, it's February 1st, and I'm at work now. Basically, I've been doing a lot of thinking, um, firstly, about the whole, Trump thingy. Firstly, Trump was so criticized for everything that he did. He was overly criticized. Everybody was critical of him. Everybody was, so strict on him, for any little thing he did, and things that he weren't even responsible for, they pinned on him also. So my way of thinking is that basically I think it's because Trump was held to a higher standard, because he's so capable, like he told one of his workers that she was like the press secretary before Kayleigh McCann, whatever her name is. So she was upset because all the reporters were abusing her and they were telling her, calling her names, and they're really nasty to her. So Trump told her, he pulled her to the side and said, the reason why they're so nasty to you is because you're so good at your job. So they expect a lot from you, so that's why they're so nasty. Someone like Biden, who nobody expects much from, they expect him to be sleeping, so he won't get any criticism because he's not held to such a high standard. And the same with Moshe Rabbeinu, the same with Moshe Rabbeinu. So basically, the prophet, the teacher Moshe from Moses from the Bible. So basically, there was a time when God told him before they entered Israel, he told them, they were in the desert, they had no water, so God said, go to a rock, speak to the rock and tell it to bring forth water. But Moses, he spoke to the rock, and he spoke to the wrong rock. So the people started to get rabble-rousing and started to get angry, the Jewish people. So he got angry, Moshe, and he struck the rock. He hit it out of anger. And because of this, he wasn't allowed entry into Israel. Him and his brother Aaron, they had to perish in the desert. So all the rabbis ask a question. They say, why was God so strict on Moshe? Why was he? Because the answer is because he was held to such a high standard, because he was expected to be perfect, and any mistake he made was much dealt more harshly with. He was any mistake he made, he was held on the much higher level, to a more strict level, and so that's why God held him in such a strict way, so stricter judgment, stricter punishment, because he's held on a very high level. So the same with Trump, everybody hold him in such a high level, they expect him to live up to something, and so that's why I believe he got all the harsh criticism. But another explanation that the rabbis use, because they say, why was Moshe not allowed into Israel? Because Moses, he was such a great human being that if he would have entered Israel, he would have completed the whole existence of the Jewish people and of the whole world. He would have completed that, whatever it is, it would have been such a strong, it would be the end to everything because of who he was, and if he would have entered Israel with his brother Aaron, they would have just been, the Jews wouldn't be able to be sent into exile in the diaspora after the Holy Temple wouldn't be destroyed, the Beis HaMikdash, nothing, it would be like a different existence because of how great Moshe was, So that's the answer, I think, about Trump and Moshe Rabbeinu. Not to compare, but, naturally someone who's expected so much of, is going to get harsher criticism, because you do your job good, people expect more from you, no one's going to expect from someone who's mentally impaired to do anything that's beyond his mental capacities, That's just how I see it. As for my life, basically, I've been basically, I've been like really, really lonely, and I've been very lonely and craving for connection, but so I put myself on all these apps, but the problem is that it's like a cycle, you know, you keep doing the same thing and expecting different results, but I don't feel any connection to these men I meet. I don't feel any deep emotional connection, you know, and having sex with just men who are, you meet them once and, you know, it doesn't feel good after, you know. But, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with hookups or like stuff like that, you know, you just have to make that decision what kind of lifestyle you want to lead. But like last night, this guy, really, really handsome guy, came to my house. He wanted a place to sleep, so I just said to him, okay, just don't make any advances on me, don't make any moves, because I'm not looking for sex. I'm looking for like a deeper relationship, you know. So he's like, okay. So he just slept in my bed, and thank God, no intimacy. A little bit of intimacy, but not really to the level that I would be disappointed in myself. So I just took myself off all the apps, and you know, I just have to concentrate on my life in singleness and try to get connections in other ways, you know, maybe go to Shabbat dinners. I haven't done that in ages. Or, you know, just, I don't know, somehow make different life choices and find different hobbies, you know what I mean? Yeah, so that's the story. Now my coworkers are coming. Maybe not. Alright, talk to you later.